Namaste, Soul Child family. Welcome back my way. I'm Miss Divinely Guided Day. Let me tell you, it's on. Okay. That Mary J. Blige song, it's on. Something about that right now. Okay. I feel the energy, family. Y'all are like, shit, I'm ready. I feel I'm ready. But who can I trust? Who can I trust? That's that energy, right? You've been through so much. You've had stalemates across the board in everything, to where sometimes even when it's God sent, you got to just double check, kind of pinch yourself, make sure it's real. This is the energy I'm getting. Something about the spring here. Okay, this is a timing card. Something you planted. You planted some seeds, and then you planned. You made plans, and you made preparations. Okay, you started putting things into work for some of you. Okay, only some of you, take what resonates, but wait for it. This could be future energy as well. For some of you, it's past energy. For some of you, it was present energy. It doesn't matter when you planted the seed, you planted it. It could be in a past life, you're going through hard times and you just plant that seed of, man, if I could, I would, you know, planting that seed of thought, right? So let's tap in. I love y'all. Welcome to our being 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. Thank you so much for being here, family. Thank you so much for what you do for our space. If you're new to the channel, you have yet to subscribe, no rush. Sit back. Make sure you can vibe. All right. Vibe real high, just like we do over here. Okay, family? Sometimes I come in hot and sometimes not. What that means is I do cuss and curse and I speak the truth and I call out names on God too. Hopefully you can vibe like that. And if you can, allow me to be the first to welcome you. And to my A1, to my day ones, I love you so, so much. Thank you for the likes, the shares, all of your subscribes, everyone who has recently become a part of the All Being 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family. Welcome. hmm Please be mindful of your energy, though, that you bring to the space, okay? Because I am whoever he says I am, right? Any negativity will be returned to sender, okay? And simple reminders are here for you, okay? If you are new to the space, all right? All right. Thank you for your donations as well. I am grateful. Let's tap in. Thank you so much, Divine. We are grateful. I am speaking to the divine within and all around us. I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read all reads and all the time. I ask that you continue to keep us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment, and the grace to move through this 3D space. I ask that you also keep us protected from any evil, witchcraft, spell magic, anything that does not serve the All Being 1111 Energy Soul Tribe family's best interest. I ask that you shield our minds, body, souls, and vessels from it, as we too shield our minds, body, souls, and vessels from it, clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. And depending on intentions, return to sender with the same intent. Ashe and thank you. Yeah, y'all. So look, so yeah, something about the summer. Okay, now you planted some seeds in the spring, but the summer timing card here: activity, goals, progress, life force, energy, new pet, and terms. Okay. Now here's what this is giving me. I feel like somebody thought that they were going to be able to take something from you in the summer. Those plans backfire because I feel like you have been dodging a lot of haterism energy, family. Okay. And in doing so, you've been protecting your energy as well as just protecting yourself, period. Because that's that energy, like who can you trust? Because you dealt with so much. So you have your defenses up when it comes to this commitment. When I look over and see commitment, that's exactly what it is. Look, structure. Yeah. See, I promise you, like there's a lot of energy here where their foundation or the structure of it doesn't feel stable to you. Okay. And this is, you want to build a foundation. Okay. And balance things out and building slow and steady. Okay. Forming that wins the race. See, other people, they don't want to build. This is giving me the energy, right? Where somebody wanted to just come in, family. Okay. Bypass the growth of the seasons to get to structure: winter, spring, summer, fall. Okay. You done went through your trials and tribulations in the winter, the spring, and the summer. But see, somebody just saw you hit this spring. This is giving me this fast, this the boom, like you just sprung and actually see what it was. You motherfuckers did not know what you was working on in the background because you was moving in silence. For whoever this message is resonating with, you was moving in silence, trusting in the divine's timing. That's what they did not see. So they just saw you spring forward. That's it. I promise you. See, you trusted in the divine's timing when you planted those seeds and you stayed engaging with whatever it was that you were birthing or had been guided to rebirth. So you became this greater force at play and you released control because you was trying to control everything. When you do we y'all, let me tell you how let me tell you how I learned how to bring shit to balance. Boy, you know that saying where they say you could be your worst enemy and you need to get out your own way and that type of energy. Yes, that's control. I promise you. So where I wasn't controlling others because I could care less, I was sure trying to control my path. I promise you. I promise you. When I said to hell with this shit, Divine, you got the take it. Cause right now, I don't know what else to do. When I sat in that energy, I let it go. See, there was already, it's while you were going through struggles, somebody, everybody, all bodies, while you were going through struggles, you were in your subconscious, okay? Mind. Okay, the subconscious mind does not mean that you are not present. It just means that you are taking yourself to a different place, different space in time, and it's much better than where you are. That's where you start saying, if I could, if I would, I am, I wish I had. When you start throwing those types of affirmations out, I am going to, I know I can, I will. You know what I'm saying? That when you sitting in it. And that's the seed you be planting. Some of y'all just had to say the hell with it, and you took that trust fall, that fool energy. And when I say a trust fall, I didn't say a windfall. Don't let that go over your head. You took a trust fall. You know the ones that where they tell you to fall back, and people, I could never do it. I ain't lying. Woo! That was like, you ain't about to. I'm not. You took a trust fall. You took a trust fall in the divine creator of all living things, and the divine's timing for the greater good. Okay, you allow greater forces at play to you release the control. All is working out for the highest good. It's all working out for the highest good. That's why I told you I had to learn how to balance that out. Somebody here, you need to work on that. Because see, you're trying to direct your path. You're not going with the flow. This is a message. Somebody's not going with the flow. With balance brings in harmony with nature, and that's key. And you know what, y'all, let me tell you something about this too. It's always like, oh, go out in nature and connect with nature. Let me tell you something. You growing some plants in your house, you got some plants in your house, you get outside, you touch the trees, you smell the air, woo, 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 woo. Because sometimes it be hot, right? So you got to think about your health too. A message, okay, for somebody. All right. But this is what I'm saying, family. Okay. Balance brings in harmony. You're already a natural nurturer. You've already connected with nature and you do connect with nature. But for some energies, I feel like their connection with nature was may have not had the balance in it that it needed. Mm. It feels to me like they were trying to, manipulate a situation or uh, change a trajectory. And this got balanced out. Mhm. On the chime confirmation. Yeah, because they weren't structured. You're structured, whoever you are. Yeah. Yeah. It was all about their belief system. It was a facade. Ooh, their belief system was a facade. Clear my crown down. Thank you, Divine. I appreciate you. I love you. Yes. It was a condon. It was like this is where it's real condescending to me, sort of kind of, because when somebody's trying to condition your expectations of how things should play out, and they're basing it off of how they've been knowing they've been throwing up obstacles and adversity the whole path, but then expect you should be in a certain situation or in a better place by now. Bitch, stop playing, because you was doing shit with your funky asses. Oh, I am so sorry. And I'm not. Facts. They was putting on a fucking facade, family. That was it. Conditioning expectations, conforming. That's what they wanted you to do. Okay. They didn't want you to elevate. They didn't want you to be able to go through the long haul when it came to your awakening and your spiritual beliefs. That's why they was pushing that fucking bullshit with the so hard. So hard. Yeah. Because that's how they was getting paid. Hmm. Shit, them goddamn baskets run around up in them church houses, boy. I'd be like, God damn, they send this motherfucker around again. I'm gonna have to see, can I get a bill about this bitch? Damn. I'm looking at my grandma and everybody, and I mean just forking them goddamn they used to piss me off. Cause you know what? Here's what I used to think. And for y'all that are Bible bumpers and you all up in the cross and shit, you gonna be mad. So you might want to go somewhere. Let me tell y'all, family, God's house is always going to be taken care of. Do you hear me? Wait, I'll say it again. The divine creator of all living things' home is always going to be taken care of. You ain't got to go beg and borrow and all that shit. And then wait, and then the fucking pastors be driving bomb ass cars, living not at the paid for is that the partridge next door is the whole house. They called it the part. I say, why? It's a fucking house. The house next door belonged to the church pay for. That motherfucker don't want to stay in there. They want to go get some $2,000 rent. And guess who paying the pastor's rent? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a bunch of things coming down within y'all congregations, them churches y'all was raised in, because there was a lot of crooked people that was up in them spaces. That's why you distanced yourself from them, because you already saw the facade. It was all about the money. That was it. It was about the gifts. That was it. They was promoting that shit, telling you pay your tithes, God will bless you. No, bitch, you pay your tithes, God's blessing you. Or is it God? Oh, no, no, no. That's right. Y'all the devil worshipers. Mm-hmm. 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 You distance yourself from that family, and that's how you was able to get your freedom. When you distance yourself from what you saw to be this facade at a very young age, too, by the way, congratulations. But still, yet, you still held that space in your heart for God. So therefore, you were kind of like, well, God, I know right from wrong. So I ain't gonna do nothing wrong. If I can help that, I ain't gonna do nothing wrong and intentionally do something wrong. Bitch. That's why they had to send in their little minions. Because see, you also understand this, family. That's why it's so important to know who you're with, because them bastards can have some shit flow over into your energy because you fucking with them. Mm-hmm. Bitch. Okay. So I feel like, you planted these seeds in the spring and you just took that trust fall in the divine's timing. And then the next thing I know, somebody looking up at you in the summer, like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me that what I thought I had coming in, I ain't getting it? Shit been brought back into balance? Why? They're asking why. Because they didn't have no fucking structure. Their belief system was all messed up. Mm-hmm. When it came to this abundant windfall, because it wasn't a thing that was being offered to them by any other resource, avenue, or source other than the devil, because of how it was coming and how they were spending it. And how they would watch their fucking church members suffer and go through shit, but they still believed in giving that damn 10% or some shit like that. Whatever, the what they got. it was actually an offering from God, because where they got it from was from the energies who held God within their heart. They really felt they was giving God their money. But here's what they needed to realize: God's home is always going to be taken care of. I can promise you that. hmm And it didn't mean it had to be a church either, a church or synagogue or anything, a place of worship. Your home, where you at right now, whoever is resonating with this, your home could be a godly home. People know it when they walk in. They be like, damn, it's peaceful in this one, as it should be. That's why I don't let too much energy around me, because I be like, I'm like ET phone home. Do you come in peace? Because if not, you gonna waste everybody's time, especially mine. But I ain't gonna allow you to do that. I got work to do. I got family to read for and let them know what's going on in this here young 3D realm that we dealing with. See, they didn't realize this was offers of love, family. This was offers from love coming from people's heart, like their heart, and where they had love for God. These are false prophets. They use God. Ooh, I can't make it up. This look, God be springing into action on that kind of stuff. Yeah, there be actions taken. There be actions taken when it comes to this. And this is future energy. A lot of this is future energy too. They falling. Yeah, they're ready to fall. hmm Because you must follow the history of this belief system's facade. Motherfucker, how you gonna kill people if they don't believe in your funky ass religion? Bitch, you crazy. Where they do that at? I was like, all they fucking movies, they going around killing up all the people in the wilderness, the women that they just living off the fruits of the earth, the lands, the nature, and they calling them witches. And if they don't kiss this fucking ruby ring, this motherfucker, these bitches was crazy. Mm. Look at that at the bottom of the deck. They was putting illusions out there, family. And people were not seeing clearly. They didn't have the clarity that you had. So you was the one they was always questioning and always side-eyeing, because you always question, well, I know the church and this and that is needing this and that, but why the fuck you bitches running around pushing these fucking Chrysler 300s and Dookie rope chains hanging from your ass, nigga? My girl, oh, see, there you go. My grandma, oh, see, there you go. See, I said, listen, don't invite me if you don't want me to say nothing. Because I really, you know what I'm saying? I had to go. Oh my God. I'd be like, grandma, please, please. She's like, no, you're going. Yeah, there was disharmony there. And this harmony triggered you. hmm That disharmony, when it comes to them illusions, it be triggering. So now, family, back to the energy of like, yeah, you feel you ready, be like, you shit, but who can you trust? Damn, yeah. Who can you trust with the keys on the ring? Huh? You can't be that one night stand. Mm. You may even have many options, many decisions out here. Mm. Some of them aren't conventional. Some of them were string alongs. Okay. I feel like this energy right here is going to require you to kind of the world in a new cycle. Okay. It's going to require you to, okay, broaden your horizons. Okay. You somebody that, okay, yeah, your inner child is longing for an integration. And you're going to have to make some sort of decision. Let's see. What's going to be the guidance on this? The keys on the ring versus the knights. Who's gonna get the keys on the ring? This is like family, like you got the keys to the kingdom, okay? The spiritual realm. Somebody can share this with you, but you like, hey, can't be none of the one night stands. You kind of wishy washy when it comes to this energy. Also, you've dealt with a lot of different things within the world. Okay, these new cycles, you're looking at a lot of the karmic patterns, the karmic completion of these cycles that you've made, right? It's got you, really looking at, I don't know. Now, this is not going to resonate for everybody because some of y'all just happy by yourself, and I can dig that. Okay, for real. I respect that because that's peace. Okay, that is peace, family. I'm not going to front. But at the same token, I am still picking up on those energies where they're like, damn, shut up. I know I didn't hear Oprah and Stedman. Shut up. Who said that? Who was thinking Oprah and Stedman? Okay, some of y'all just want an Oprah Stedman type of thing. Yeah, feminine energy. Cannot make it up. And that's what you want to receive. Wow. Is a masculine energy. Quit playing. Quit playing. But then that's the question. Are they gonna be toxic? Ugh, that's the question. I see y'all gonna have to look, because I'll be chilling. I'm like, I'm cool. I don't have problems. Like, hey, family. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit told me to share something with y'all. Mm, mm. Oh, brother. Oh man, I don't know. This is kind of embarrassing. Well, I don't know if it's embarrassing or what, but it is what keeps me together when it comes to even trying to venture out and find something that I know I'm gonna be kicking myself for because I just don't pick them right. I'll be all up in this end. I'm like, damn, another one. So I be like, I ain't picking shit. Okay, okay, family. But you, this feminine energy. Empress, High Priestess energy, right? You've had a good look at the world around you, the people that you have been involved with, okay? You have not only went all the way inward, but you've been in this inner child. You've been like your inner child your whole life because that's what really keeps you moving forward because your inner child is like brutally honest. Okay, I feel like many of you could operate out of your inner child because children are very honest and they keep it real. Okay, as long as they ain't been threatened or anything like that. And anybody's children that has been threatened, I'm gonna tell you right now, that person's about to get karma. Okay. But with this feminine energy here, you're ready to receive, family. Okay. You are ready to receive. You're in this receptivity energy. That's why it's like people can't take from you because you're opening your heart. It says opening up, generosity, gifts, and assistance. Okay. You're receiving right now because your inner child is healing. But you also, for many of y'all, you want a masculine energy. And every time I see yang with in the mouth like that, it makes me think of a vampire. I don't know why they would even do that because that's the first thing I think of. But this masculine, he has to be logical and confident. Okay. Very assertive, and I feel attentive, a protective energy, someone that they know you have been wounded already in a battle, right? You know, um, but that's what you want. You want a logical, confident, assertive, protective, masculine energy, not one who is wounded, controlling, aggressive, and egotistical. Hmm. That's the bottom line. And you just like, okay, that's what I want. And divine mass, flip the roles. That might be what you want in a feminine energy. You want someone who's logical, confident, assertive, protective, right? But they ain't coming in with all these wounded, controlling, aggressive, egotistical energies, where they're insecure, they're jealous, damn, all that weird shit. I cannot because I just don't have time. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't want any of the toxicities. You don't want to be bound to any of the toxicities, any of their old addictions. And an addiction doesn't have to mean drugs. It could be like this could be somebody that is used to having a few women. You don't want to be tied up in that. That's a whole health hazard. Okay. You don't want to be tied to their patterns of their energy vampire shit. Okay. And let me tell you what energy vampires are. Those are people who are overly active sexually. I mean, that motherfucker want to fuck. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, Lord. Quick disclosure. I do cuss and curse, speak truth, and call out names of gratitude. That person want to get some behind every time you turn around. That's a energy vampire. Okay. They be one you bound and stuck, tired, can't even get up, damn near. You got to rest because that's how much energy they done sucked from you. Damn near 3 days straight. That's why it's best to see that motherfucker on Friday because you got to go to work on Monday and you going to need 2 days to recover for somebody. That's that energy vampire. That's that control freak. Yeah. Yep, that's that person that you feel like they be sabotaging your opportunities because it seems like you be like, damn, I be feeling like you be manipulating me and shit through your activities. See, you ready for a reunion of soul ties, family. You're ready for a reunion of soul ties. And you want to skip all of the toxicity and all of the control. And this is for masculine and feminine energy alike. Mhm. Tell me about this world feminine in this reunion. Please and thank you. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah. Ooh, I'll tell you right now. You have the sun and the Hierophant out here. So this is going to be a reunion where it's going to allow you to experience true joy, happiness, and optimism for positive outcomes ahead. Okay. And this Hierophant here, it has something to do with traditional wisdom and spiritual counsel. Okay. This is going to be where maybe you guys are each other's counsel. Okay. But you will have greater clarity and meaning in each other's relationship and life. This may be somebody that is also family spiritual like you. I mean that's what it's appearing to be. Okay. I'm just going to tell you that. All right. That's what they are. They're spiritual like you. Yeah. And then I shuffle again. You could be high priestess. You're high priest or high priestess. They could be a high priest. You could be a high priestess. But either way it goes, both of you possess intuition and a mastery and a sensuality combined with rationality. And that is the current period in which you both remind each other possibly of one another. You both believe in a lot of faith. You have faith. Mm. So the current period is a reminder to have faith in your instincts and trust your gut feelings. Wow. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a gut feeling. Oh, okay. Okay. Mm. And they're going to be nurturing and protective. Ooh, I like that. A lot of compassion and love. They're going to be very sincere. And these are going to be the feelings that you're going to be able to pick up on as well. And they want to take care of you. Wow. Okay. Speak. Yeah. And right now, you could be separated from them, but they're longing for you. They could even be feeling abandoned. They could feel like you've divorced them in the spiritual realm. And they're having some sort of broken dreams and heartbreaking grief. Oh, Lord, here we go. I cannot. Maybe they are waiting for you to receive them now. This inner child, this separation here, because they feel that you're in this receiving energy. And if you're in this receiving energy family, they may be feeling like somebody could come in. And see, that's what you're battling with. I picked this energy up too. Like you like shit. For some of y'all, you ready. And for some of y'all, you're fine the way you are. Okay. You are fine the way you are. Okay. But then there's some of y'all, they fear this separation because they feel like somebody would come in, and possibly have you in another toxic energy with the masculine who's a control freak. And maybe this separation is just an illusion. Maybe you guys are really spiritually connected. Let me see. Yeah, karma until debt tears us apart. So let me see what the hell that was. See, somebody could be fearing getting in debt with your ass. What? Or this could just be illusion. Well, hold on. Let's read the message. So yeah, with these fears, they may be fearing like there's some sort of limitation, maybe anxiety here. Okay, Nine of Swords energy, comfort zone type. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody wants to know, okay, they be very comfortable with you. They're overthinking a lot, and they're having this negative outcome or this negative outlook. Excuse me. Um, and it has something to do with karma, weighing things out. Oh, yeah. See, this person's weighing things out. You could be this energy weighing things out. Wow. Spirit said this could be you. Damn. So you thinking about all the limitations, the anxiety, the comfort zone. Lord have mercy. Overthinking, negative outlook. Oh, shit. And it's because of the karma that you've already experienced, weighing things out, the cause and effect, the choices. Wow. Wants to make things right. This is you. You want to make things right. But then you're also thinking somebody could have left your ass in debt before in a relationship. I'm hearing like you got stuck with the damn bill on something. Motherfucker. Mm. Yes, for some of y'all, there was somebody that just ran all the damn money. You were restricted to accounts. So now you got your own bank account for some of y'all. Damn, that's crazy. But wait, I'ma shut up. Rebuke. Don't that's not crazy, family. See, I'm just extremely independent. I cannot. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You cannot. You cannot. I couldn't just have, mm-mm. I'm sorry. But I know that that's what this battle could be about. Okay, that's what a lot of this adversity is about, is the structure of things. Ooh, that's why structures appear in the reverse. It has a lot to do with you learning from karmic lessons. Ooh, maturing. I promise you. You learned from the karmic lessons. Somebody did leave you in some sort of a debt that kind of, you just got yourself out of, but now you feel like, damn, you don't want to go through those karma debts anymore. You don't want to go through them karmic lessons anymore. You want to know the structure of the foundation before it even happened. And it, that's a lot. Yeah, because I ain't about to go for it. Ain't nobody about to interrupt the healing journey. I promise you. Yeah, because right now, family, you are vibing real high and your abundant opportunities are coming through you and they're being given to you by the Most High, the divine creator of all living things. So divine is giving them to you. They're coming through you with love. That's why Venus is here because you're loving on yourself. You're learning how to become your own mantra for real. Because for so long you weren't, you were not your own mantra. Your own mantra is I can do it. I will do it. I am. You know what I'm saying? We are whatever it is that you mantra, whatever it is. I don't know. We can see. What do you mantra? Let's see what you be mantra. Oh, Lord. Lord, that was just too much that came out. I shouldn't even pick that up. Ay, let's see what you be mantraing. Hey, listen, your perspective is unique and important. So this is what you be mantraing. Somebody out here, I want to hold you in my arms. Okay, they could be thinking that, mantraing that. Now is not the time. Okay, somebody could be thinking that as well. I dream about you at night. You could be dreaming about someone. They could be dreaming about you. Because any thought is a mantra. Believe that. Repetitive. Okay. So you could be repeating these thoughts of someone, but then you're going back and forth. You're saying now is not the time. Okay. Then you're like, well, no, if I look at it from this perspective, I am unique. I am important. Then you're like, well, you are inviting in these arts and works through music into your life, right? Hey, listen, you are inviting art and music into your life, right? So some of you, you could even be amused, like somebody could be amused, like you could be a writer or something, but you're inviting these arts into your life. I feel like both of y'all are artists in some sort of way. Okay. And then some of y'all are like, you have a fucking vision. Okay. And if they're not a part of your vision, then, ooh, there's a lot going on. Damn. Then, yeah, you are just a child of the universe, no different from the plants. and stars. So y'all, oof, Lord, everybody over here thinking they thing, okay? And a bunch of hey, listen was coming out. This is like, hey, listen, hey, listen. You got three love out here. So yeah, you bouncing all over. Okay. Then we got, hey, listen, when shit brings you down, pick yourself up and don't give it look. Okay. From what I'm picking up here, you done been through some shit. Several different relationships, possibly. Mhm. Yeah, and then many of y'all are starting to build your not your ego, but what is that? That self-esteem back up, right? Okay, it says you are fucking perfect just the way you are, right? Like some people, you've had people beat down your self-esteem, and then some of you are starting to realize you just now deserve it. You've had people call you crazy and say you didn't. You like, bitch, I ain't crazy. I just ain't crazy about playing the dumb fool for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would be like, yeah, you deserve to be crazy happy, okay? Because it's your fucking birthday for somebody today, but for some of y'all, it's your birthday every day. You feel like you go through a rebirth every day. Let me get that for y'all. Bam. Okay. This is what it is. You feel like you go through a rebirth every day, family. Okay. Yeah. So you ain't willing to be taking no losses. Yeah, you might be a wounded warrior, but you ain't about to take no loss because of somebody else. That's for damn sure. Yeah, not for no external party. What did I just say? You ain't about to take no loss for no external party or no external situations. So that's where it's at. And I feel like this person is watching and spying on you. This energy that, wants to see what it is you want or need, or I don't know what. Who is this energy spirit? Who is this energy? Let me get it from this deck, y'all. We're gonna have to put her down. Whoever they are, they're a sword, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? Sword energy here. There's someone that has a lot of clarity, knowledge, and 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 truth, very communicative. Mm. Something about their truth. Tell me more about this sword energy. Damn, they moving fast. Chariot, power, movement though. So something about them staying determined and pushing forward despite any obstacles. Something about an unwavering focus on you, honey, or sir, ma'am, sir. Yeah, this is somebody that's watching. Interesting. It says the chariot. Yeah, they're staying very determined. Or they're watching you stay determined. They're trying to see when the opening is here. What is this? Yeah, gathering information, trying to see, keeping tabs on you, seeing what you're doing. Because they know you a fool. I tell you, this fool. And I don't mean a fool in a bad way, but they know you walk by so much faith and shit. You are just the most spontaneous thing out there to them. I'm picking up Aries energy off of this fool right here. I ain't lying. I am. But it's zero. Okay. But yes, the fool keep coming out. Okay. Yeah, you're somebody that's very exciting. You're always on a new journey begins type energy. You embrace spontaneity and you trust that this path will lead to personal growth. And that's the path you be taking. And and they watching to see which way do you go? Which way do you go? Okay, this is their family. They watching you to see which way you're gonna go. And right now, there's not much to watch because you're just like a hermit, pretty much. Yeah, there's a period of solitude, and you're going through that now. For some of you, now you get out, you go to work or do what you got to do. You take care of your daily tasks, whatever. Okay, you got, whatever you do that. But you're not in the streets. Okay, you're really a hermit, and they know that. Okay, so there's not much to watch. Okay, they may just observe that you are in your inner exploration at all times. I feel like, yeah, you take time away to gain clarity and wisdom from within. They're seeing that about you, but they also see you ain't taking no external losses, Empress. I can't make it up. You ain't taking no external losses, Empress. High priestess energy. Yeah, when it comes to this world, yeah, because that was all right here. When it comes to this world, you've been through a lot. Mm, okay. They may be wanting to bond with you some kind of way. They don't know how. That's what I'm getting. They don't know how to bond with you. Okay. I feel like your ego is all up in your head though with the hey, listen. And I don't want to say that's ego, okay? Because for some of y'all, that is your protection. That's your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guys. They like, hey, listen, don't go fucking around, okay? Something about a father's love here. Something about this energy with a father's love. Why is the father's love at the bottom of this half of the deck? Oh, because there was a father's love that was blocked. Wow. So some of y'all could have wanted to know your father better or, learn from your father or have your father in your life. So that could be something that could be maybe holding you up or they want to know about that. I mean, shit, I knew I was loved, just my dad's crazy. So, yeah. Because, see, your father could have been a made man. Your father could have been a made man, a self-made leader, a businessman. Okay. And you may have felt like you didn't have that fatherly love in your life, but really you did. Okay. I feel like your father did have, you watched over something like that for some of y'all. They may not have been around though. Yeah, Demeter here. Yeah, somebody watched you grow. They watched your nourishment over the course of years. They watched you change during a period of harvest. hmm Your father, like I said, could have been this energy that was watching you from a distance, Aphrodite. Yeah, watching, the way that you grew into a loving, beautiful, fertile energy. Okay. A pleasure to be around someone who's passionate and compassionate. And you procreated. You could be somebody that has children or not. Take it how it resonates. Your fur babies could be your children. Okay. The many were tied to Persephone's out here. Okay. And Persephone may have had people in the underworld, the dark world for a while. Okay. Dealing with energies that dibbled and dabbled in that kingdom. They got a kingdom too, y'all. Okay. And Persephone, yeah, the goddess of the underworld. Okay. And you may have been somebody that was very shallow at the time, conceited energy, only just, loving yourself, not really putting love back into others. And you could be feeling like that's your punishment. That's why all your relationships failed because you didn't really put love back into others the way you were putting it into yourself. And you don't want somebody to come in and do that to you. But I don't know. I don't know because you're on this healing journey. So it is a possibility that hey, you didn't know any better. I feel like you repented to anything you may have done to somebody out of being spiteful or upset, or you know what I'm saying? Just somebody did something to you. You might have been that eye for an eye type energy. Yep. Look what Spirit said. Yep. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And you were thinking to yourself, oh my God, I can't get this. I won't be able to have that. But you are a light worker. You've been driven deep into the desire, right? And this desire, you came out as someone who served people for the greater good. Okay. You came out with utilizing your inner powers for your inner guidance. Yeah. And this allowed you to put some things to rest in dark places. But I still feel like you have a conscience. So if you was a player, you don't want to get played masculine. If you was a player feminine, you don't want to get played. And that's what it's about. But I feel like the divine is telling you, yeah, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So just keep going, working on yourself. Okay. But there is somebody out here watching you. Let's get some info on that energy. Oh, guess who I'm about to use for that too? Because Kev be knowing. We ain't look. This person could be the one that's watching your unexpected money or something like that, or be behind some unexpected money. Something about is that right? What? Why are they watching your unexpected money, High Priestess at the bottom of the deck? Why are they watching your unexpected money? We're gonna put that here, y'all, just in case. I need all that. Space. Something ain't gonna be some good luck. Now, look, if somebody is trying to watch your money to do anything to it, they ain't gonna have no good luck. That's like, okay. That's just a side note, side message that I see. Okay. But if somebody is sitting here watching your unexpected money, they're not gonna have good luck with that. And look, I look over again. Spirit is saying that's true. Of course. Of course that's true. Look at this here. All right. Something about you being the sunshine. Okay. So you could proceed. Okay, family. All right. All right. Let's see. Who is this person watching? Please and thank you, Spirit. Who is this person watching? Somebody that might think you're a catch. I can't make it up. I'll be damned. And look over here, y'all. Somebody that thinks you a catch. Damn. It's a wow. It's a mature man that has put some sort of love spell on you. Love potion number 9. They think you a catch. I'm everything you've been looking for and more. Damn. Well, I guess Spirit went on and said that, who that is. And don't come in here. I don't want no love spell on me. Fuck. Okay. I'm just a fucking messenger. I don't give a damn what y'all got going on. I'm just here to let you know what's going on. You feel me? I'm not in your business. I'm just telling you what's around you. And that's only if it resonates. Half of y'all be looking like, that's not my story. Okay, not a problem. There's other stories, messages on here for you that you may be able to resonate with. But that's what's up. Okay. But they know you got these boundaries as I look over here. Looky here, looky here. They know you got boundaries. Yeah. And they're going to. Now, with this, I'm going to. And now here's what it says, I'm going to push the boundaries, and it's up to you if you let me, right? Um, I'll tell you right now, if this person is looking at one of y'all's little, big platforms, growing platform, whatever this is, nah, don't push the boundaries. That ain't ever gonna work. But I feel like this is an app. Okay. I feel like that's asshole energy right there. Like, don't sit up here and play with nobody. I don't know if that's a mature thing, but they know you have boundaries set up because people have pushed them. Okay. But I don't think this person is the one pushing your boundaries, but they know that you have had your boundaries definitely pushed. They know you're not going to allow them to do that. You have effectively communicated that. Yeah, because that's that queer shit. Yeah. And you're not love struck. You're not a love struck energy because it's like something about your love having to be, you know, well deserved. You know, you may have been dealing with people that was into that kind of shit, poly shit. And so, yeah, that's why your stuff is that family. Only take what resonates. Okay. But something's coming in within 6 months. And I don't think it is, I don't know, but we're going to see, or a year. Okay. 6 months to a year. And then, yeah, you're saying no to the queer, weird, poly shit. And they know that. Okay. For sure. Like, for sure, they know that. They know that's a for sure no. Okay. And they're not so sure if you're willing to travel with them at this time because of whatever issues you may have. So I don't see that this person is going to be coming in pertaining to this travel. Okay. hmm I don't think you'll be traveling. Because right now there could be some things that you really have to make sure everything it's trust. I'm telling you, you don't trust somebody like that. What? Why is travel in reverse? Why is travel in reverse? Yeah, because you don't trust the motherfucker. See, you ascend the way you ascend. You ain't going no ascensions behind nobody else. Behind no third party stitches. Yeah, you don't trust. That's what it is. That's what it is. You've been through too much. You know what's going on. Yeah. And spirit, when I look over here, is saying, yeah, you going in the right direction. Somebody out here is also saying, there's no need to worry. Whatever this is, it is a yes. Okay. But you need to listen to your intuition, period. I always say that. Listen to your own intuition and your discernment, okay, family? And let go of whatever you think you need to let go of, okay? Or get more information. Amen. Ashe. I said amen for some of y'all because you want that. I say ashe. Okay. Yeah. Because see, there's something here that is not going to come to an end. So we have endings in the reverse with some sort of courthouse. Okay, so here's what it is. If you're looking for closure on something with a courthouse or a court situation, this may have been okay, family, you just took down covens, hundreds of covens and cults and corruption and all over. This endings, somebody doesn't see something ending in the courthouse just because. They may have caseloads on top of caseloads on top of caseloads. Tell me more. Yeah, they don't see that. Look, I promise you. See, because look, this is funny as hell. Something didn't end with some sort of court procedure, right? When it came to this gift, because let me tell you, it seems like people just continuously attacking you. Is like, damn, is your court case ever going to end? Because your gifts keep unraveling things. This may also be part of why you're not focusing on some man or woman. Because you got some shit that you like, when y'all gonna close my case? Somebody's like, look, this person over here that's watching you, they know they like your case ain't never gonna end because every time we turn around, somebody fucking with you. This is what they saying. Yeah, they like shit. It ain't the right time. You know what I'm saying? It's not the right time. It's a no. Okay, right now, because I feel like, you keep running into, like I said, people fucking with you. And they're looking at this like, God damn, why do so many people fuck with you? Why don't they choose a new direction? Right? It doesn't look like whatever you got open. And so that too could be in the back of your mind, right? You like, I can't go on a vacation. I can't be missing my mailbox. What might be coming in. Okay, that's not funny. But I'm just saying, family, you know what I'm saying? Spirit is saying, like, it's okay, go now is the right time because there could have been something else that they've been added to some shit. They don't know if this case will ever end. And Spirit is saying, yes, that's the truth. There's more shit that's added. They don't even know if it'll ever end. Okay, but some of y'all, you got a lot of stuff on your mind. Spirit is saying, take a chance, please. Maybe. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Okay. Something about next month. Okay. All right. Whatever it is next month, most likely it will happen. Possibly in the night. What is it? Hold on. Next month, possibly something will happen in the night. What is it, Spirit? With nope sitting over here. What is it? Yeah, manipulation. See, so some of y'all want to make sure you're not getting manipulated. Spirit is like, nope, that's a no. You're not working on it. You're not working on nothing that's trying to manipulate you. Put it like that. And when I say working on it, when you get in a relationship, that's going to be some work. You're not going to put up the work for that. You're not going to be puppeted. So that's the energy. That is the energy I keep picking up. Yeah. When it comes to who's this nice guy, who's the Mr. Nice Guy? Yeah. Because look, you ain't about to look like no mature ass flying monkey woman. Ooh wee. I ain't lying. That's the thing. You don't want to be a fall from grace. Okay? High priestess, that's what it is. Look, that was the only card that was flipped over there. You don't want to be a fall from grace. High priestess, that's what it is. You know what you want. And you don't want to be a fall from grace. You don't want to be looking like no Jezebel. There's a lot, boy. Good Lord. I can't make it up. And did I say high priestess? And I looked over. Yeah. Listen, high priestess, you can't be that far from grace. Yeah. Too many people have been holding animosity against you, or just holding grudges. These motherfuckers that's holding grudges. They was holding grudges always in your face with the hello, the fake bullshit, karmic feminine energies around trying to cause you opposition that they can't cause no more. That's over. But now that you've cleansed the space and cleansed your energy, you don't know about bringing anybody back in right now because you still got people that do be throwing shit at you. Hmm. So maybe this person doesn't know that, or maybe they do, and they're just ready for you to rest. This divine masculine is ready for you to rest because they're looking at you as being somebody who's sacred, somebody that they could create with, someone who's determined. Yeah, to bring endings for new beginnings. And you're very confident and they care about you. Yeah. And they want to bring in balance because they feel like you've been on some hunt by yourself. Like you made a deal with the divine by yourself or something like that. Yeah. And people are evil eyeing your hard work and your courage. Hmm. And they're mad watching you grow. And somebody wanted to be in a commitment or wants to be in a commitment with you. But I feel like they trying to figure you out. And right now they see you standoffish. You might be conflict ready. Like, you ain't taking no shit. Okay. That's the first thing they know. They're like, shit. They are not taking no shit. Hmm. Okay, family. That's what they know about you. Okay. So I think I'm gonna leave this message here for y'all. I love you and the divine loves you after I saw 55549 and counting. Okay. So yes, I love you and the divine loves you. Let's go on and close out. All right. But before we do, bottom of the deck, some of y'all are being told to go. Okay, go whatever. Okay, go somewhere, go something. You only know. All right. Okay. All right. I hope this brought you clarity. Okay, and helps you out with some sort of decision you may need to make. All right. Let's close out. Thank you, Divine. We love you. I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.